Good morning. My name is Amanda Renee A. Villaflor from section DOPT 2B1. So in this video, I am going to discuss about the importance of exercise to my client, and later on, I will have a short interview with my client. So um, may I ask for a short introduction?
Hello, everyone. I'm Felicia May Villaflor, 55 years old, a real estate salesperson.
Okay, thank you. So let us move on with our discussion for the importance of exercise. Okay, first, fitness program. So, a fitness program is a structured plan designed to improve physical health, strength, endurance, flexibility, and overall well being. It typically includes a variety of exercises and activities tailored to an individual's fitness level, goals, and preferences. So, here are the key components and considerations of a fitness program. Let me proceed. So, components of a fitness program, we have cardiovascular exercise, strength training, flexibility training, and balance and coordination. So, first for cardiovascular exercise, we have activities such as running, cycling, swimming, brisk walking, or aerobics. Its benefits is to improve heart and lung function, increases stamina, and burns calories. Next is for strength training. Activities include weightlifting, resistance band exercise, bodyweight exercises such as push-ups and squats. Its benefits builds muscle mass, increases metabolism, strengthens bones, and enhances overall strength. Okay, so next component is flexibility training. This includes basic stretching exercises, yoga, and pilates. And its benefits is that it enhances range of motion, reduces the risk of injury, and improves posture. And lastly, for balance and coordination, activities include balance exercises and agility drills. So its benefits includes improved stability, it reduces the risk of falls and enhances athletic performance. Okay, so next slide. So benefits of a fitness program, I have already mentioned them earlier, but let me discuss it thoroughly. We have physical health, mental health, weight management, and quality of life. So for physical health, benefits for physical health, it reduces the risk of chronic diseases, it improves cardiovascular health, and it also strengthens muscles and bones. For our mental health, a fitness program reduces stress, anxiety, and depression, and it also improves mood and cognitive function. For weight management, it helps in maintaining our or achieving a healthy weight. And lastly, last benefit is quality of life. A fitness program enhances overall well-being, increases energy levels, and promotes better sleep. So overall, a well-rounded fitness balance is personalized to meet individual needs and goals, ensuring that it is sustainable and enjoyable in the long term. Okay, next. So to add to my discussion, I wanted to share my experience in regards to my fitness journey last school year, which is PE1 and PE2. So, firstly, I wanted to share my pre-contemplation stage. Pre-contemplation is pre-contemplation stage. I just want to clarify it is a stage wherein an individual thinks that they don't need improvements in their body, but in reality it does. So I also undergone this phase, pre-contemplation stage. At first I thought that I do not need a fitness program. I was unaware of the need to exercise, I was resistant to change, and I was also demotivated. I also had a negative attitude towards exercise, and I see it as unnecessary. So I rationalized inactivity by emphasizing other priorities such as academics, family, or lack of time. Then next is impression. So I made an exercise prescription and thought that I can do all the activities easily. So I was tasked last school year to make an exercise prescription for myself with specific goals in mind. And I made mine thinking it was simple, such as 30 minutes jogging. And uh, like I thought it would be easy since it was only less than an hour. But moving on to the experience, number three, it was not easy, but I still continued because I had a goal. So while jogging, I realized that even a simple 10-minute jog is not easy considering my cardiovascular health. Basically, I realized that improvement was needed. And as a result, my cardio improved and I was able to manage my weight after completing everything in the prescription. So that is my experience last school year for my fitness journey. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's have our short interview. So let's have our first question. Let me read. What type of lifestyle do you have at present and why did you choose this kind of lifestyle?
Right now, I decided to, since I have I'm in my mid years, almost seniors, so I decided to change my lifestyle. So, like eating healthy foods, and then trying to limit eating sweets. I have a sweet tooth before, but now I'm doing my best to cut it. And then I also do walking in the afternoon with our dog. And then that's also one of my exercise. And then also washing the car. It's really a good exercise. And morning and evening, since I have a frozen shoulder, so I do also exercise for my shoulder and then also the whole body, even for a short 10 minutes. So it's a great help. That's it.
Can you compare your previous lifestyle to the lifestyle you change now? Like, was it different? And do you think your previous lifestyle was unhealthy compared to now?
Yes, of course. Before, since I love eating, I really do love eating. So anything I really eat. So kung na ako'y maganahan, kaon jud ko. But now, I tried to limit everything that I eat. So if I know if it's bad for my health, so I try to limit it until makat siya. Mm.
For your frozen shoulder exercises, did you follow that from instructions from a physical therapist?
Yes, because 2022 I had also a frozen shoulder on my right, and then I had it I had a therapy for 1 year, and it's okay now. And then 2023, my left shoulder. So I do apply what the physical therapist gitudlo sa ako So that's what I do, the morning and evening.
Okay, thank you. So for the next question, what was your turning point that made you realize to engage in physical activity and what keeps you motivated?
Of course, when I am already experiencing body pains, then kanang mga signs na sa getting old. I'm not there yet, but of course, naanay ma-feel good. It's reality. Naana gyud tay at my age 55, naana gyud tay na-feel na mga sakit-sakit sa atong lawas. And then before I find myself heavy, but since I started doing diet, and it inspires me. It inspires me when right now a lot of people are telling me that I lose weight. So much na inspired pag yun ko to eat healthy foods, and then a little exercise. That's it.
Okay, thank you. So if you reach your specific goal, and since you mentioned that many people mentioned that your weight you got thinner, is that what keep you motivated to continue your healthy lifestyle?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you. For the last question, as an exercise enthusiast or regular exerciser, what will you advise to a person with no interest in engaging physical activity?
My advice is, um, it's different, Jude, kung wala kay exercise and if you do exercise. A 30-minute a day, 30-minute a day na exercise, even for just dancing, murag nindot gyud ang effects sa lawas. So dancing is also good, is a good exercise also. Even just at home, you just on your YouTube and then kuan lang ka og basic dancing. 15 to 30 minutes, you'll be sweating a lot na gyud, and after that, you feel good, you feel great.
Okay. Is this based on experience?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Thank you so much. Next. Okay, thank you so much for your attention. I hope you learned something from my discussion before the interview, and based on your answers from our interview, I will take it into consideration for future references. Okay, thank you.